Hey everybody, it's Eddie J on Crypto for GrowMyBag.tv. Hope you're having a good one. What's good, what's good, what's good? So we have a lot going on. First, we have the government shutdown. Then we have two things happening with nominees for chair positions within the United States government. So first, the CFTC's person being pulled back. Brian Quinten's. Why? Yeah, there's been a lot of lobbying. And it's got the Winklevoss twins' hands all over it. Then the person that was nominated for BLS, Bureau of Labor and Statistics, that person has also been pulled. So there's a lot going on there. In addition to what's going on, which is, the government shutdown. We said it was coming. We said it was going to happen. And now here we are. Is that a good thing? No, it's not a good thing, because what you're going to see is approximately 750,000 people have to pound the pavement. And a lot of those people are not going to come back to jobs because that was the threat from the new regime. Just saying, there are things that we need to be paying attention to. Now, some people are trying to play down the fact that, this one is, different and blah, 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 blah. It's affecting the markets already. We have the Dow, S&P, NASDAQ, oil, and the 10-year all pointing down. So, there's a lot going on there. A lot. Excuse me. Then we've got, let's see if we can rattle through this real quick. There's a lot of news going on, a lot of news. First, CZ is reporting that Binance's, not Binance's, but BNB Coin's X account could have been hacked. So be very careful, be very wary about that. Then we've got a surprise move. Company raises the dividend rate again amid Strategy is the company that's raising their dividend rate for, what is it, a strike or STRC. I believe it's to 10.25% while expanding its Bitcoin holdings. However, the strategy, not strategy, the company, the strategy faces criticism and regulatory challenges. That's right. There are a lot of things going on that people are thinking about. Let me just fix my notes right there. Copy. There you go. So there's a lot going on that we should be paying attention to that a lot of people are not paying attention to, but we're smarter than that because we're the GMB community. What else do we have? Last night, somebody brought up that, hey, they're starting to hear rumors that David Schwartz, the current CTO of Ripple, is stepping down. Guess what? He did step down, and now he's going to join the board and be CTO emeritus. So we were able to confirm that. Last night, I could not confirm because we were in the middle of the show, and I had only seen one news report about it, and I don't take things based on a single news report. Then we have the SEC surprising decision unlocks crypto wealth for Ripple and Coinbase. Why? Well, the new guidance clarifies how state chartered trust companies can serve as crypto custodians. So it's opening the door to a lot of different things, creating major opportunities for firms like Ripple and Coinbase to comply with federal regulations and expand their services. That's right. Makes it a lot easier for them to actually perform those services. So you're going to see those businesses start to expand. That's going to be incredibly interesting. And even though they're bedfellows, Ripple and Coinbase, I'm beginning to see that, they're friendly companies to each other. I think one invested in the other. But there could be some competitive things going on or brewing there. They probably have to coordinate a heck of a lot more. Then CoinShares acquires Bastion Asset Management, BAM, to enhance crypto offerings. That's a big deal. That's a broker. Shh, don't tell anybody, but that's going to put CoinShares in a different spot. Remember what I told you, crypto companies becoming or acquiring certain features like banking industry or traditional finance is easier than traditional finance getting into crypto. And we're seeing that right now with a whole bunch of banks having trouble getting into crypto, not understanding what decisions to be made. That's why the other day when Morgan Stanley said, hey, we're getting with Zero Hash, a partner of ours, to integrate crypto, that was a huge move because it seems like everybody else is sleeping. Just saying. So there's a lot of stuff going on. So now we've got JP Morgan, PNC Bank, Morgan Stanley, all flexing some crypto muscle. And we're kind of waiting for everybody else. Yeah, I said it. What else do we have? We've got Bank of Korea's shocking new rule could change everything about stablecoins. The Bank of Korea proposes stricter controls on won pegged stablecoins, their local fiat, requiring reserve deposits at the central bank to mitigate risks. Oh, now that's interesting. That's very interesting. And how do you do that? Is it that you sell the debt and that's how you get the money in there? Like, how does that work? That seems to be, if it's that, that's a play out of the US playbook, isn't it? Just saying, there's a lot to be paying attention to. The ECB and ESRB are pushing for a ban on multi-issuance stablecoins, citing risks to financial stability and monetary sovereignty, triggering regulatory tensions and with global firms and EU institutions. Then I'm trying to talk fast because there's a lot of news, because just a lot happened overnight, and I just got to get it all out there. The White House abruptly withdrew Brian Quintenz from the CFTC. Remember, he was at the CFTC before, then went to A16Z, and now they're trying to bring him back. And remember, he was pro-crypto, and I wonder why they're saying no. It's seriously a pro-crypto person, which is crazy. Absolutely crazy. Dow futures right now just dropped to 200 points. Yeah, the shutdown is having an effect on Wall Street, and it's not a good one. Telling you, healthcare is a bigger deal than what people are thinking, and I think the Republicans should wake up on that. It's a very big deal. Very big deal. The pockets that would get hit because of higher healthcare costs, I mean, I'm talking like today. People will get their bill and be in sticker shock. So, and we're not talking about small percentages. We're talking about huge percentages that could actually knock people out of having healthcare. And that's why it's such a big deal. What else do we have going on? The SEC, the House Republicans launch an investigation into disappearance of former SEC Chair Gary Gensler's texts, citing transparency issues and institutional failures. The probe reveals cybersecurity breaches, lost communications, and allegations of double standards in SEC enforcement. What's really funny is apparently there was no two-factor authentication. But here's my real issue. Wait a minute. The carrier doesn't have a copy of the text? That would be shocking, don't you think? Just saying. So yes, I am paying attention to certain things. The Bank of England faces precarious balancing act as it tries to curb rising inflation without causing economic stagnation or job losses. Again, countries around the world are in the same bucket as the United States. The United States, Japan, England, there were a few other countries across Europe that are in the same space. They're saying, listen, we don't want to do anything. We don't want to change anything. That's right. The United States dropping 25 basis points on its interest rate, it was actually a bigger deal than what people thought, because everybody else left their interest rates unchanged. Unchanged. The numbers around the world don't say, oh, we can lower interest rates. No, that's not what they're saying. That's not what they're saying. Stripe launches open issuance. It's a tool that enables you to actually launch stablecoins like that. Really? Okay. That's interesting. I mean, why do we need that? Everybody's trying to get into the stablecoin market, and you're going to see a lot of countries actually start to enforce new, stricter rules, as you can start to see, like in South Korea. Also in the United States, if things go on the way we think they're going to go on, they'll have to buy a lot of securities. I mean, a lot of treasuries. Ooh, yeah. Things get really interesting after that. Psy is making waves in Asia, blockchain. Why? Because they want to go compliance first and not institutions yet. They're thinking compliance first. That's actually a very big deal. Very smart strategy to get it out there. Mexi Ventures has poured $66 million into Athena, including a $30 million stake in ENA, boosting synthetic stablecoin USDE's growth despite challenges from traditional stablecoins like USDT. I think it's the other way around. They're trying to challenge USDT. I don't even think they're trying to do that. I think they're just trying to carve out their own space. But if you look at USDE on the charts, it has been moving up tremendously Just saying, it's getting used more than other coins. Rob Haddock of Dragonfly warns that while tokenized securities could revolutionize traditional finance, institutional control over blockchain infrastructure might undermine crypto's decentralized vision. That's right. So companies are, people are paying attention to just what's going on in the stablecoin space and across crypto in general. Why? You really don't want institutions controlling the sovereignty of crypto. If you want it to remain stateless, you want it to remain decentralized. This is why I'm paying acute attention to what coins I invest in. Why? Because for me, I want them to be decentralized, and I want that confirmation. That's one of the reasons why I'm so iffy on Solana, because every time I turn around, they have a decentralization issue, meaning I can't trust that they're actually decentralized. Until they can make me feel that they are decentralized, I'm not moving. Just saying, what I have in my bag is what I'm gonna have in my bag, and I'm not gonna be adding to it. Some people will be like, "You're crazy. You're not gonna make money if you don't invest in Solana, because Solana is slated to go to 300 and blah 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 blah." That's cute. There are other places where you can make money. Solana's not the only one, and Solana's not slated to double. Solana is slated to grow, not double. There are other coins that are slated to double and triple. Just saying. Let's see. John D'Agostino, Coinbase's head of institutional strategy, argues that cryptocurrency is essential for AI agents in finance. That's right, because what they need to do is they need to be able to pay for things. Right now, you have a lot of companies that are saying, well, you can give it access to your credit card. You can give AI agents access to crypto now as well. Here's my issue. I own a company and we do a lot of AI, a lot of automation. And I can tell you now, we have a strict rule about church and state. We're not going to give an application, because AI is basically an application. We're not going to give that application, that's capable of hallucinating, lying, getting things wrong, and also attempting to not be shut down, access to certain things like sending email. No, you can create a draft. And Human in the Loop says, we will send the email. We'll approve and send the email. You can prepare, right? Because it's what you give it access to. You can prepare charges. You can tell me that I need to order these things from the store. You can even put them in the shopping cart or something like that, depending on where you are. But what you will not, or prepare a list of links that will drop them in the shopping cart, but you will not actually go and execute a purchase. I think that would be incredibly dangerous. I think giving AI direct access to anything that is executable is a problem. And it needs to be discussed at a higher level. Don't just give AI access to your accounts. I think you'll find yourself in not such a good place. Have questions? Ask me. Gladly help you out. All right. Swiss bank Signum launches the BTC Alpha Fund, enabling Bitcoin holders to earn 8 to 10% annual yields via arbitrage strategies while maintaining price exposure. That's a very big deal. A Swiss company offering you 8 to 10% annual yields. Yikes. That's delicious. I think I'll look into that. Yeah, pay attention out there. There's a ton of news, a ton of things that are going on that you should know what's going on. Why? Because what happens around the world affects the rest of the world. And if the United States is having a problem with its economy, you best believe other countries around the world are having a problem with their economy. Things need to be weighed. Things need to be measured. So do your own research, know your entries and exits, and absolutely invest deliberately. Absolutely. You want to learn more about crypto? Buy my book, Crypto Foundations on Building Multi-Generational Wealth. I have another one called the GMB 3. Go look me up on Amazon and check out those books. You'll learn a lot. They don't tell you what to buy. They give you the history and they give you an idea about what is crypto, and the other one is about the GMB3 and how you can apply the strategy of GMB3 to whatever it is that you're doing. because all it is do your own research, know your entries and exits, and absolutely invest deliberately. And that fourth one, that hidden fourth one, have the right team around you. Your CPA, have your attorneys near you, have your team around you that knows more than you do about everything that's going on. Why? Because you need all the help you can get. This is one of the reasons why we're building this community. And we're not that far away from our goal of 25,000 members, 25,000 subscribers. And we're still growing membership. So that's huge. Now, what should we do? That's right. We should get to the news. So let me do this. Get my notes out of the way. And as you can see, the Dow futures implied open is down, is negative 225 points. S&P futures negative 35.75 points. NASDAQ futures negative 151 points. Oil negative 0.53, although that's actually a good thing. And then you have the US 10-year is currently now unchanged. It was down as much as 0.001 before. Now it's unchanged. What else do we have? We have earnings reports coming out. Conagra Brands, so you want to pay attention to that. Cal Maine, they have like that noose around egg prices. You want to look at both of those, because if I hear that Cal Maine has broken, any kind of, historic number, all-time high or something like that, I'm gonna be like, so prices of agriculture should be coming down, maybe. But we also have a problem with farmers that are not selling food to China. Our beef is not being sold overseas. China, instead of buying from us, is buying from Australia. Soy prices, soybeans, that's a problem because they're not buying from us. They're buying from Argentina. And by the way, the current regime just gave $20 billion to Argentina for no reason. And the reason why I bring it up is not political. It's because we have farmers here that are holding on to soybeans. And I'm kind of like, I'm not happy with giving farmers, something like that. But still, you're sending money that we don't have out of country when we can use that money here. $20 billion can go a long way for a lot of different programs. We don't really have that many companies that are reporting today. U.S. economy, today's Wednesday. Who do we have? We have ADP unemployment, S&P final, U.S. manufacturing PMI, construction spending, ISM manufacturing, and auto sales. I'm expecting auto sales to actually be good. Next quarter, I'm expecting auto sales to not be so good. Remember, yesterday was the last day for EVs to get that $7,500, price reduction from the U.S. government, a subsidy from the U.S. government. Yeah, that's a wrap. So everything that's all about renewable energy that we can create, right? Because coal is finite, just in case you didn't know. We're doing all things to talk about, clean coal. There's no such thing as clean coal. Cut it out. It's coal. That's it. It's coal. But we're not backing anything that's renewable, and that's stupid because we need as much energy as possible. I'm telling you, I should do a show this weekend on AI. I should do a show on Saturday about AI and why the current AI model does not work. The current AI model does not work. And it's drawing down energy from our country like all over the place. We're talking about building small modular reactors. That's nuclear. We're talking about, all kinds of energy production. And it's, wait a minute, we're not thinking this through. If every computer is capable of running AI, all the new computers are coming out being capable of running AI, then why do we need these huge data centers if I can have local AI right here? I can have my own local assistant right here. Just saying. Crypto Fear and Greed Index, we were at 50 yesterday. We're at 49 today. DeFi Llama, we're at $157.773 billion in total value locked. It's a little bit up from yesterday. BTC, look at this, 116. Look at that, on the uprise. Amazing. People are looking for a place to put their money that's safe. Precious metals, Bitcoin. Just saying, that's where they seem to be rocketing toward. Coin 360, there you go. And you can see a lot of things are up right now. Solana's up, although not where it was. BNB is up above 1,000. Cardano's up above 80. Sui is up. Hype is up. Everybody's up. But stop and pause for a minute. do your own research, know your entries and exits, and absolutely invest deliberately. I keep saying that. I will say it every single day. The reason why I say so is because you have to understand your risk framework and what will work for your portfolio and your situation. And only you will know that. So you've got to practice the GMB3 so that you can make sound decisions. Right now, I'm looking at certain coins and I'm saying BTC, BCH, ETH, let's see. Oh man, come on. There you go. XRP, BNB, Sol, ADA, AVAX, XLM, SUI, LTC, DOT if you're into that kind of thing. Sol if you're into that kind of thing, by the way. Aptos seems to be trying to make some moves. VeChain is making moves. Arbitrum is making some moves. Atom is even making some moves. Doge, Link, Uniswap, Aave, of course. Shiba Inu, Pepe, Hype, HBAR. I'm surprised Leo is down, but I don't think it'll be for that long. Pole is making a little bit of a move, but there are opportunities out here where we could be paying attention to certain things. Just saying. Not telling you what to do, just telling you where I see possible opportunities for my portfolio, for my bags. Again, develop your risk framework so you have a better understanding. Want to learn more about risk frameworks? Go ahead and definitely go get one of my books. Eddie, I'm investing in myself this morning by tuning in. Thank you so much, Marcus Moore. What's good? What's good? What's good? Congrats on the number of views lately. I see you. Thank you so much, man. Thank you for the support. I greatly appreciate it. Like greatly, greatly, greatly. The community is what's behind the community growth. It's amazing. It's amazing. And by the way, everybody, the next big bagger meeting is coming up a week from this Sunday. That's huge because that's a meeting where all of the big baggers come together and share specific ideas about specific coins and have deeper conversations about things, even deeper than any of the shows that I do. And it's a live video call, a private one. So if you're not a big bagger, you probably want to sign up and become a big bagger. I don't care where. You can go to the website. You can go to YouTube. We've got a lot of things going on. And if you're a junior bagger or bagger on YouTube, do me a favor. Drop me your email address because you're about to get some additional benefits. Anyway, what else do we have going on? Well, like I said, right now, Bitcoin's at $116,437. Ethereum's at $4,300. And we can start to see those year-to-dates beginning to rise in major fashions. Look at BNB. Look at the distance between BNB and Solana. Solana's got to grow a bit to catch up to BNB and flip it. Then we've got Dogecoin growing up a little bit, still negative year-to-date, negative about 22.7%. Cardano is growing. They're almost at break even on the year for year to date, but you can see if you look at the other time slots, they've been doing well. My bag is happy. I'm just saying, because I use a DCA strategy, dollar cost averaging, where I drop in, I sprinkle, baby, sprinkle, as they say. Then we've got Athena. I told you, pay attention to the stable coin because it's just moving up and up and up. Pretty soon it's going to bunny hop Chainlink and Hyperliquid. I'm telling you, it's going to move into the top 10. It's absolutely going to move into the top 10. Avalanche is negative on the year, but still something I like. Why? People are asking me. Because it's all over so many different spaces. It's becoming a part of the connective tissue. It's being used for tokenization. It's being used for gaming. It's being used a lot. So pay attention to Avalanche and its movement. Pay attention to XLM. I really like XLM. People ask me why, and I'm like, even if you just look at the year to date, 15.42%, yeah, that was kind of a good investment. Just saying that you do your own research, know your entries and exits, and absolutely invest deliberately. These are things that we can all do that work. Just saying. SUI is up. I like SUI. Even though it's down year to date, I still like SUI. I still like Toncoin all the way down here. I still like Shiba Inu, even though it's drastically down year to date. It's about to get its own ETF. Litecoin, you guys know I love Litecoin. Love Litecoin. It's about what I'm doing for the long haul. I've got a trading wallet or a set of trading wallets where I play with volatility, and I have a set of hodling wallets where I just sit there and I just let it go. And I sprinkle over here, and I actively trade over here. That's what I'm doing. Anyway, everybody, this is Eddie J on crypto for growmybag.tv. I hope you like what we're doing. If you do, do me a favor, smash the likes, tell your friends about us, because we've got a growing community, and I think we can hit 30,000 by the end of the year. That's right. You're going to start to hear me talk less about the 25,000 mark and start talking about the 30,000 mark. I think we'll probably hit 25,000 probably within the next 10 days. That's what I'm suspecting. And if we can hit that within the next 10 days, then we have a chance of hitting 30,000 by the end of the year. Now, wouldn't that be a great Christmas present? Everybody, this is Eddie J on crypto for growmybag.tv. Hope you like what I'm doing. Do me a favor. Have a great day. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your patience. And absolutely, thank you for your trust. Have a good one, everybody. Bye-bye.